Hey, what's up? How's it going? Before the review, I want to take this time to say that I was at the TNA Impact Wrestling Show live event this past Friday night in my hometown, and I got a chance to meet none other than Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, and Mr. Anderson, and I was just excited because I don't think I've met much wrestlers in person, so this was just an experience because me looking, when I walked backstage into that room, when I saw Kurt Angle, 10 feet away, when I was in the line, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the guy who was in Attitude Era. That's the only thing that came in my mind, and I was like, holy crap, man, Kurt freaking Angle. And, then there's Mr. Anderson, Jeff Hardy. I was walking outside, the forum where it actually took place. And I was the only person that saw Jeff Hardy. And here's my friends walking beside me. And I was like, yo, there's Jeff. And then, I pointed at it. I was like, Tyler, come over here. I got to take a picture. And we took the picture, and that was pretty much it, man. The event was actually pretty good. And that's pretty much it. Thanks. What's up, guys? How's it going? PJ here. And this past Monday Night Raw was probably one of the best Raws I've seen in such a long time because they had this amazing matchup. Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins had this pay-per-view style main event. Daniel Bryan, he is the future of this wrestling business. By the time if he becomes WWE champion, which I know he deserves it, it needs to be at a point where he is having this amazingly good storyline because I don't want Daniel Bryan to just win the WWE championship. I want him to have a storyline at the same point where he's showing the fact that he's not only a good wrestler but as a performer, as a pro wrestler, should I say, who can, do all kinds of stuff at the same time. Not only wrestling, but as cutting promo, which we already know, his backstage stuff that he's been doing recently is just amazing. But I'm going to get back to that in just 1 second. I want to talk about the kickoff of Monday Night Raw. Now, I don't know how many of you guys saw this or not, but Triple H and Curtis Axel actually started this matchup, and maybe 10 seconds later Vince McMahon came out and he did this thing where he announced it saying the winner by disqualification is Curtis Axel. So he wanted to end the matchup. Triple H got mad and he restarted the matchup, and Triple H actually started wrestling the matchup, and afterwards Vince came out again. He said this where basically told Justin Roberts to announce that winner by forfeit is Curtis Axel. And then Triple H got really mad. He said, as the COO of this company, this match is now a 60-minute Iron Man matchup. And everybody started laughing because, it's pretty obvious that wasn't going to happen or anything like that, Then same thing happened again. Vince McMahon, he started talking, saying, this match is not going to take place. Whatever. We go to a commercial break, and afterwards, Kane versus Dean Ambrose matchup took place, obviously. They had a pretty decent matchup. Winner by disqualification, Kane, because, the Shield came in. And afterwards, Randy and Daniel Bryan came in and saved Kane. Then we go backstage, and I don't get the fact what they're doing because I think that they wanted to keep Bryan. I'm talking about Daniel Bryan as a face because, or maybe should I say a tweener. I don't understand what Bryan is. More than likely he is face because now he's starting to do this yes, yes, yes chant, and he's basically proven the fact that he is so great at what he does, and I'm not gonna go back to that what I've been quoting, So here's what they did. Backstage, they were just arguing, and I'm gonna cut to the middle, short. They basically made this matchup Randy and Daniel Bryan versus Rollins and Reigns in a WWE Tag Team title match at Payback, and Kane said he was ticked off because he's not happy about this. Vicky granted Kane a U.S. title shot at a pay-per-view Payback. So that's going to be pretty awesome, you know. Then we see Miz and Cody Rhodes match up. Obviously, we knew that they're pushing Miz right now with that figure four leg lock, and I'm actually loving this. Thank you, Ric Flair, for doing that, because, you know, Miz needed that little push, just a little push, and that, I think that helped his reputation, his character a lot. I actually like Miz more than what I used to like him before. Like in 2010, when that match took place at WrestleMania, I was thinking that Miz is just whatever, man. That match had no hype up at all. Like, that match was not the main event of WrestleMania. I don't care what you say, it was just whatever. As sad as much as it is, The Rock versus Cena looks better on the pay-per-view than The Miz versus Cena. But now, I mean, Miz is a super duper guy. I actually love Miz. I mean, Miz's character is just, it has been improved a lot since that time frame. But anyways, Miz won the matchup, and afterwards, this surprised me. You know, Curtis Axel actually came out and he actually tried to cut a promo where he said that he will be the next Intercontinental Champion. So they're going to have a match at the pay-per-view Payback. Because Fandango right now, at the very moment, he has a concussion. I totally forgot to mention that. He had a concussion this past Friday night. I don't know where were they at. I think there was a house show or something. So he's being replaced. Can you imagine Curtis Axel as the Intercontinental Champion? If they push this guy, it'll be freaking awesome, man. They're in this era where, as my friend mentioned this, he was talking about the fact, you know, how WWE has changed. And I was telling the fact that, you know, it hasn't been like really good in past few years, except, you know, some few matches that we see every once in a while. And the storylines are just whatever. It's just the fact that, you know, all of the matches, Triple H, Taker, Shawn Michaels, they have all done their matches and there's nothing else left. So we are sitting in this era where, you know, all these third generation superstars are doing their, you know, early matches right now. So they're, you know, bringing out their character. So it's just going to get... we just have to get a little time to get used to them first, and then, you know, in a few years we'll see this amazing era. Hopefully, I'm gonna cross out my fingers right now, you know, to say that, you know, hopefully we will see a good era. You know, these guys who are third generation superstars and amazing wrestlers and new talents like, you know, The Shield, Daniel Bryan, Antonio Cesaro, and some of the other great talent like Big E Langston. Hopefully, we will see them rise into the future. Okay, Jericho had a matchup with Big E Langston. Jericho won the matchup. Sin Cara and Antonio Cesaro had a matchup. Antonio Cesaro won the matchup. Wow, these two guys, I haven't even seen them on Monday Night Raw in a while. Vicky Guerrero was backstage and they were cutting this stupid promo. I don't know. I don't care about it. Randy Orton and Roman Reigns took place. That match was okay. It ended up as a no contest. Bryan gets this massive yes chant from the crowd, and this match, man, I don't even want to get into it because, in my opinion, if I start talking about the match, see, this is a must-see match, and if I tell you what's gonna happen, it's just gonna ruin it. However, the ending, I will tell you this. At the end, like, Bryan won the matchup. I'm going to tell you this. At the end, like, crowd was up in the air. And you can see most of the people doing yes, yes, yes. Because that match deserved the yes chant for sure. Everybody enjoyed it. There was this part in this matchup where he did this modified submission hold or something. What's it called? And they went to a commercial break right after it. That made me literally thought that, you know, referee was calling for a timeout because he wanted to check on Seth Rollins. That looked painful because Bryan had Seth Rollins falling on his back onto the neck where he was holding on to Rollins. And commentators were actually, you know, calling the shot, saying that, you know, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to break it or something? If I'm not mistaken, that's exactly what it looked like. It looked painful. I mean, you have to watch it. They went to the commercial break, and I actually thought, you know, something actually happened because that looked like, I'm shaking my head right now because it was just unreal. That happened right in the middle of the matchup, so yeah, after that, the fight actually picked up pretty good bit, or should I say the matchup. It was pretty unbelievable. You have to watch the whole match. And after that, we come back, we see the Caitlyn's secret admirer come out, and it was none other than Biggie Langston, and it was just a plot of, AJ Lee. She came out and she basically, laughed at Caitlyn. She said, you really thought, that this would happen. It was just all part of storyline, talking about, all the guys that she's been with and all that crap. Just watch it. It was a pretty good segment, in my opinion. The best, women storyline type of thing in a long time, because I haven't seen anything like this in a while. So I'm glad that they're actually doing something with the girls division, whatever you want to call it. Damien Sandow and R-Truth had a matchup. Damien Sandow won the matchup. God, I love Damien Sandow. He's freaking hilarious. Silence. Sheamus came out and he cut a promo, or should I say he got his attention. That was pretty much it. Sheamus is supposed to have a matchup with Damien Sandow. It's supposed to be at a pre-show or something, I think. Then we see backstage Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Miss McMahon. They had a group hug. It was pretty stupid because it doesn't make any sense. It looks like Triple H is not going to wrestle anymore with Curtis Axel. It was just a phony segment. I don't get it. At the end of the Raw, they had John Cena and Ryback talk through microphone. It was a pretty intense promo, I guess you can say that. And they had lumberjacks outside. I wasn't pretty interested in this promo. I don't really care much about John Cena and Ryback. It's just the WWE Championship with John Cena and Ryback. It's just not. It's not interesting me at the very moment. I have nothing else to say about them. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. What do you guys think about Raw? Please post comments and let me know. Bye.